back, you guys, to another episode of Fresh Take. I'm KD.
I'm Jay.
And here at Fresh Take, we give you the real. We talk about our own perspective about how people really feel about things. Today, we're going to be actually talking about, is boycotting an effective vehicle for social change?
And before we do that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell notification to get the latest, greatest episode. And stay tuned for our new segment, Big Facts!
So, a lot of stuff is going on in the news. As you know, Jay, it is Black History Month. Again, I don't know why black people still have the shortest month of the year to celebrate blackness, but I digress. Blackface is in the news. It's 2019. Blackface is in the news. You have all these fashion brands and all this controversial mess. They don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on. But let's talk about all these celebrities like T.I., 50 Cent, Soulja Boy, Big Draco in the house. So let's talk about how they're saying now we need to start boycotting Gucci. How do you feel about that?
You know what? I think this boycott thing is outrage culture mixed with the clout. I feel like people are mad about the situation. They're not willing to change. They're not gonna stop buying products. It's like saying if Nike come out with a Jordan commercial and they say something very, very, very controversial or racist, you think people gonna stop buying J's?
Hell no, bro.
People gonna still buy J's, man.
Nah, absolutely not.
Yeah. So I feel like it's like, what are we willing to do with our money? And I think these artists coming out, these athletes, these musicians, they're gonna talk about it because they need to increase their social media. But I don't think change is gonna come from it. There's gonna be problems. Look at what happened with Prada. They had a little monkey thing and the coolest monkey in the jungle with H&M and stuff like that. So I feel people need to go back and look at when boycott worked back in the 60s.
True. And
not go into the whole craze of to boycott.
Yeah. I piggyback on what Jay said. I feel like, you guys, tell me if I'm wrong, I feel like this is all clout chasing. I feel like buy black is a hashtag. I don't feel like these celebrities actually mean what they say, because you had most of these celebrities earlier this month go to the Super Bowl, yet they're supposed to be protesting and standing in unity with Colin Kaepernick because he's been blackballed from the NFL. And you've seen majority of these celebrities fly down to Atlanta, put money into Atlanta, which is a good thing, but in essence they were supporting the NFL. So I think it's all clout chasing. You actually had some rapper that was signed to DJ Khaled burn fake Gucci bags in a shirt. Like, how kind of reckless and outrage does it get than that?
It gets pretty reckless and outrage, but going back to that, I feel like, somebody like Floyd Mayweather, and he got caught. He got caught going into the Gucci store, and he could have made some like, I'm just.
He could have used his platform in the right way.
He could have used it, but he's like, hey, I'm an own individual man. I make millions of dollars. I could still buy Gucci. I think it's messed up, but I gotta look fresh and clean.
Talk about Kodak Black. Talk about Adrian Broner.
All
the same.
All in the same. I
just
think
they have the same message on.
It's the same thing, and I feel like people are not willing to separate as a consumer from the product when it offends them. And I don't know if Gucci meant to do this, but I feel like they're not people there telling them like, look, this might be offensive. Look, this is your market. People are buying stuff. Back in the 90s, people were still buying Gucci, but they were not, Gucci friendly. They're not putting their Gucci brand. Now, you got Soulja Boy, you got all them cats wearing Gucci. So to me, I feel like if a company's attacking you, you have the right as a consumer to not purchase from that company. Or you could just, do what everybody else does, talk about it for a little bit, and then wait till it calms down. I mean, Kenson, you could tell me, till this day, overall, I mean, when you go into a shopping market, and you see products, and you don't think about the company's offending, you just purchase. Yeah. It's like that thing we saw on Netflix, Trigger Warning, and they're talking about Killer Mike talking about all this other stuff.
Yeah. So again, agree with Jay. I think what's wrong with the black community and these celebrities is that, like he said, they're always talking about they're an individual. They don't care. They're not doing anything to be offensive. They're not coming to collectively as a group to be like, yo, this is wrong. I'm going to use my platform to be a part of the change so they don't do this again. so we don't have another thing to be outraged about, because this boycotting is not going to work. I have one method for this to be fixed. Instead of Black History being one of the shortest months in the year, let's have Black History be something that we learn throughout the year. Let's have, instead of African American studies being an elective, let's have it be part of the main curriculum. Maybe that way they're going to stop doing this blackface stuff. White people are going to stop realizing, like, yo, blackface is racist. It's not something that's cool. You can be Michael Jackson you can be a white person. I can be Michael Jackson.
You can be Michael Jackson. I don't know about me being Michael Jackson.
But you can be white people. You can dress up as Michael Jackson without blackface. You don't need to wear blackface to be a black person. So yeah, I think part of the things that needs to change is like just having a different method, because most of this stuff is not working.
Yeah, you know what? You talk about that. And that's very funny. There's this thing with the culture. You look at it. Look at other people's culture. In the Dutch culture, they have this thing for Christmas for Santa's helper called Black Pete, and it's supposed to be something where it's okay for the Dutch people to dress in blackface because that's the culture of the story of looking in blackface. But it's supposed to be soot in his face, but they're doing the blackface, they're doing the curly hair, they're doing the red lips, and it goes back to, is it acceptable? Is it part of the culture? I don't think it is. I think if you offend people, you have to understand why is it offending people, and it's the history, like you said. We watched this documentary about black consumerism they made in the 50s about purchasing powers of black people, and
check it out, you guys. It's on YouTube. It's called The Selling of the Negro, and all of this will make sense to you guys, and why celebrities, they constantly are buying fashion brands, they're constantly doing all this stuff, and they're not supporting their own people.
Yeah, think about it. Look at Kylie Jenner, her whole brand, and how it's sold to everybody, but it's selling about the fullest of your lips.
It's an exploitative market.
Yeah, it is, and people don't think about that, but you think of it as a business. You want to have the most amount for your business, but understand your consumer base. And I feel like if you undermine your consumer base, they could undermine you and go purchase something from another company.
Speaking of that, you want to do this? You want to get into this big fact stuff?
Let's get into the big facts. We're ready for big facts?
We're ready for big facts.
Okay, so big facts is factual things that are true, but also factual things that we think are true. Like hot sauce is in every kitchen in every black family. Big facts.
Big facts. Big facts. Black people are setting trends in this country.
Big facts. If you want solid waves on your hair, buy a do-rag.
Big facts. Nice. Big facts. We have to do better, you guys. We have to do better. We have $1.3 trillion of purchasing power. We need to use that effectively and effectively.
Big facts. If you're going to buy a pair of Jordans, you might as well just buy Nike stocks. It's about the same price.
Nice, dude. Look at that. Look at Jay dropping gems on you guys. Big facts. I can't beat that.
And that's just big facts.
That is big facts. You guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you really thought. Do you agree that boycotting is an effective vehicle for social change? If you don't, please comment down below. We will definitely engage with you guys. We want to hear from you, so we can have an engageful conversation.
Make sure you like us on Twitter, Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and subscribe to our channel, please. We want to hear what your thoughts. Write comments. We're going to read all of them. Right here, right there. Hit the bell notification somewhere. My fingers are just going everywhere. I'm pointing at everybody. But yeah.